Hey, I got 25 minutes, maybe 30. Croatia draw 2-2, Germany win 2-0. I'm going to tell you exactly why. I didn't think Croatia would lose, and I was extremely confident Germany would win. I caught that the game would finish 2-0. I'll tell you why. Told you the art of in play when you have this knowledge is just staggering. So I'll break it all down for you. And then I've got to go eat something. I've got to go coach twice. So, hey, Daniel, I'll start with Croatia. Now, Croatia have done really well in recent tournaments, but they're struggling in this one. And Albania scored a dramatic stoppage time equalizer to deny Croatia 3 points. And it was Klaus Guasula, all right, who made it 2-2 in the 95th minute, which is interesting because he also scored an own goal. I've told you that happens so often. A player scores an own goal and then scores an actual goal for their team. So it was looking like Albania were going to suffer another 2-1 loss. But I told you before the tournament began, look out for goals after 80 minutes. You always get plus money. And we got another one. I don't know how many that is now. I've not counted. But this type of information, these late goals at the death, guys. So Quasim Lassi struck in the 11th minute, which told me the game was going to go 1-1, which it did. That happens a lot. And Croatia, all right, they were 1-0 down. And then the former Leicester forward, Andrej Kramaric, who my website coded to score 10-1. Brilliant code. He equalized, and then we had that own goal from Gusala, who then equalized to make it 2-2. Now, I said in my code that Croatia wouldn't lose this. All right, they had numbers to win, but they were not going to lose this game. The reason I put that is because if they do go a goal down like they did, that's where you just take them double chance. So I've taught people how to bet. Thomas Lockwood today won like 5 bets because he knows how to bet. So both of these nations connect to war. Croatia connects to war, as does Albania. So Croatia came into this game with 6 draws and 8 all-time losses. And all world wars began on 68 date numerology pure. Hitler died a span of exactly 68 months after World War II began. Construction of the World Trade Center began in 68, the same year that 911 became the US emergency dialing code. Now, the game was played on 6/19. Something I found, a fun fact, not really affecting the outcome. Now, today's 619, which is the 40-year anniversary of Michael Jordan being drafted. And Michael Jordan made his NBA debut on Croatia coach's 18th birthday. Crazy stuff. All right. So the game was on 619. 619 is the 114th prime number. World War equals 114. I looked into Luka Modric, who's their superstar. Now, this game was played a span of 9 months and 11 days after Luka Modric's birthday, which is why Croatia's number 9 made it 1-1, like 9-11. Like I said, our website had him to score. Albania coach Silvinio was born on the 102nd day of the year. 9/11 lasted 102 minutes. The game was played a span of exactly 34 weeks after Croatia coach's birthday. Now Croatia have 34 points all-time at the Euros after they drew. 34 is the 9th Fibonacci number. Croatia stayed on 9 all-time wins at the Euros. That was the biggest thing for them not winning. Luka Modric was born on 9/9. We know that 9 times 11 is 99. 3 times 3 equals 9. Croatia's number 9, Kramaric, he made the game 1-1 on his 33rd birthday. 3 times 3 is 9. All right, happy birthday, Kramaric. And this game was played exactly 223 weeks after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. 223 is the 48th prime number. Croatia coach Zlatko Dalic stayed on 48 all-time wins as the head coach. Israel declared its independence in 48, the same year that King Charles III was born. The game finished 2-2, and Israel was attacked by Hamas exactly 22 weeks after King Charles III was coronated, and exactly 22 years after USA invaded Afghanistan in response to 9/11. And the anniversary of 9/11, the most recent one, was the 22-year anniversary. So again, anyone who bet on Croatia, if you didn't win money, you don't know how to bet and you shouldn't bet. All right? When it became 2-2 in the 95th minute, if you didn't cover anybody who took that, you shouldn't bet, especially if you took them in play. So the people that win money pretty much every day on my website are the ones that are not greedy. Okay? They're not greedy. Croatia will not lose in this game with my code. There was literally not one thing I found for Albania to win. So as soon as Albania score, that's actually a good thing with my codes because I rarely miss. I don't think I've missed one code yet at the Euros. All right. Croatia's Kramaric was the game's best player in his 616th all-time game. 616 is the alternate number of the beast. 6 plus 16, 22. Finished 2-2. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic on the 11th of March, 11-3. Albania just became 1-1-3 all-time at the Euros. Croatia picked up their 7th all-time draw at the Euros, as Albania advanced to 4 all-time points at the Euros. 7's the 4th prime, and there were 4 goals in this game. And King Charles III was coronated at age 74. So, looking ahead, I need to go deeper. I have a feeling Croatia win the next game. There's a lot of foreshadowing that they win the next game. But I'm not even sure who they're playing, so I have to look into it. Have they got... Let me see who they've got. I think they've got actually a tough game, haven't they? Let me check. Croatia. Who are you playing next? Okay, they've got Italy. Oh, I'm leaning on Messi's birthday. That's interesting. Okay. I'll have to really look into that. Pretty much they have to win, don't they? And for those 74s as well, did you see Kramaric scored after 74 minutes? Croatia were down, all right? They equalised after 74 minutes. And then after 76, they've taken a lead. So they scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. And I'm going to put that in my book now because it finished 2-2. Give me a second. There's another 2-2 there. Croatia scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. How many 22s, man? Remember, there's 22 chapters in the book of Revelation. It's crazy how much Modric connects to Revelation and 9/11. It's why he's been so good. All these top stars connect to the same things, guys. And I should do a video about this, but I've done a code about Luka Modric and Toni Kroos, their numbers. You know, they've won 6 Champions Leagues together. I'll have to do a video to show you the connections between Toni Kroos and Luka Modric with their birthdays. All right, it's off the charts. Give me a woo if you want to see that. Now, this Germany game, I really like Germany. I was like adamant with Germany. And they won it pretty comfortably, to be fair. But although I didn't watch the game, it seemed like Hungary did have chances. It wasn't like when Germany destroyed Scotland. Like, it was one of those games where Hungary could have got something. But scoreline-wise, 2-0, okay, job done. They're pretty much qualified, which I'm happy about because I think Germany go really far in the tournament, which I've told you. I think they go really far. They could easily win it. Chuck's here, guys. I want to say God bless Chuck. What a guy. We were just chatting before this stream. He had Germany as well. He likes Switzerland. But what a coder. Chuck and I code in a very similar manner. We've got a similar mind when it comes to coding. So we really appreciate each other's work. Now, this Germany game, I couldn't have nailed this much better. Right? So I'm going to read it out to you. Chuck, you're going to hear it. You're going to hear the similarities that we had. Chuck, by the way, sent me his code today. I put out my code last night. Okay? And it just shows you how similar we are in our way of thinking. So check this out with the Germany game. I said I'm riding Germany until they drop points, as they're on 13 all-time draws and 13 all-time losses at the Euros. Revelation 13 is the 13th chapter of the book of Revelation, or the Apocalypse of John in the New Testament of the Christian Bible. Germany come into this game with 13 all-time wins versus Hungary. This is Hungary's 13th all-time game at the Euros. Hungary can drop to 247 all-time at the Euros. On 6/14/1777, the Continental Congress adopted the Stars and Stripes as the original American flag. The same flag was used when the Declaration of Independence was signed to give a flag for the entire country rather than each state having their own. Exactly 247 years before Euro 2024 began, where Germany beat Scotland on Donald Trump's birthday. Of course, Hungary became 2-4-7 by losing to Germany. Okay? You know, Trump's father, born in Germany. Matthew 24:7, you all need to know this verse. For nation shall rise against nation, kind of what is going on at the Euros. You've got nation against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. 247 is the 13th pentagonal number, guys. Germany can advance to 6 points in the group. 13 is the 6th prime. Germany coach can get his 6th win as their head coach. Germany can get their 14th win versus Hungary 1 month and 4 days before their coach's birthday. Now, this next bit requires the biggest woo. A lot of people took Musiala because of what I put here. All right, number 42 for Bayern Munich. This here is artwork, I would say, what I found, and undeniable. Germany can get their 100th point in the Euros. 10 times 10 equals 100. Hungary can stay on 10 all-time points at the Euros. Germany can get their 29th all-time Euros win. 29 is the 10th prime. That's why number 29, Kai Havertz, scored the winning goal in the 2021 Champions League final in a game that finished 1-0. Satan equals 10. This is Germany's 55th all-time game at the Euros. 55 is the 10th Fibonacci triangular number. This is Germany's 10th game of 2024. And what happened? Put him in my code. Germany's number 10, Jamal Musiala, made it 1-0. Now I'm going to check the chat here to see if there's any woos, because there better be some woos. How many 10s do you want? I've told you this tournament, guys, there's 10 venues that are being used. All right? There's so many 10s. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how many 10s there is. Say 10, guys. So, Satanic Hope, I'm very close to kicking you out and banning you, okay? Just so you know. If you come in here now and continue with your self-pity, all right, and saying that I'm never giving myself to Christ, I'm going to block you. I've had enough patience with you. All right, one of my closest friends called Jeff said you need to get rid of Satanic Hope. All right? He's coming in and he's bringing down the energy of it, and he's constantly denying Christ. He said, get rid of him. So I'm this close. If you keep coming in saying things like, I will never get closer to Christ and anything like that, I'm just getting rid of you, okay? You can listen to my streams, but stop trying to take over the chat. So that's a warning to you. So, yeah, there can be the fact that there's only ever been 10 winners. Okay. Now, he scored. Well done to everyone who took him. I know multiple people did. And well done to Lockwood. He found some great finds for him, which I'll get into in a moment. Because today is 619. 619 is the 114th prime. Also, 6 times 19 is 114. World War equals 114. Queen Elizabeth II died with 114 days left in the year. And Musiala, he had these 114s with the span from his birthday, guys. So Musiala, who could easily be the player of the tournament, by the way, because he was born exactly 10 years after the 1993 World Trade Center bombings. Okay? 10. That's why he's number 10. He was born exactly 10 years after the 1993 World Trade Center bombings. Now, all those 114s, well, he scored the opening goal here 114 days after his birthday. All right, guys, can you hit the like button? I was this close to not going live today. Kind of feel like it's not worth it sometimes for the amount of views that I get. But the 114, today's date, 619, 114th prime, 6 times 19 is 114. World War equals 114. Musiala scores 114 days after his birthday. Queen Elizabeth II died with 114 days left in the year. Remember, Germany won the Euros in 96 and the Queen died at age 96 and the Jubilee lasted 96 hours. Okay? See, Czech Republic just got their 96 all-time loss and they lost in the Euro 96 final to Germany. So, Musiala, he has an interesting story. He was born in Stuttgart, but he played for England's academies. He played with Jude Bellingham. His nickname's Bambi. Go watch that movie. Okay, his nickname's Bambi. And he also went to Corpus Christi School. All right, that was his primary school. Corpus Christi, guys. He wears number 42 for Bayern Munich. The B trains for 42 months. War equals 42. World War equals 42. And he also spent time for Southampton, who are the Saints. But basically, Musiala, who was born in Germany, and he's got this Nigerian British father, and he's got a German Polish mother. But he was raised from the age of 7 in England. So he played for Germany and England youth teams. And then he pledged his allegiance to the German Football Association. Guys, he's number 10, and he was born exactly 10 years after the 1993 World Trade Center bombings. Okay? So, yeah, immigration is rife. If you look at Germany's centre halves, it's number 4 and number 6. And World War I lasted 4 years, and World War II, 6. They're both black, aren't they? The immigration's craziest with France. All right, they've got next to no actual French players in the team. Guys, Decoding with Code is here. A gifted coder, got a brilliant channel. Please subscribe to him if you've never heard of him. It said, did you see the Wyatt 6 debut in the Corpus Christi yesterday? I did. I shared it on my website, brother. Okay? Satanic Hope said he's going to change his name. God bless you. I want to see that. I want to see that because it's getting too repetitive. You coming in here feeling sorry for yourself. Change your ways. Give yourself to Christ. Do it today. Yeah, so Decoding with Cody, I saw it. And how satanic, mate. Bo Dallas is the main character, yeah? Bo Dallas was the brother of Bray Wyatt. And it was so satanic, all in the name of entertainment, yeah? So you've got them now, and you've got the Judgment Day. Honestly, and you hear the crowd cheering for this Satanism. Like one of them, it looked like one of the wrestlers were dead. I think it was Chad Gable. And he looked like he was dead. And the fans were like cheering it. Bro, there's more Colombians than Spanish without being prejudiced, but surely that's wrong. That is strange. I'm just saying when it comes to the national football team, France's is the most ridiculous when you actually look at how many Africans they have in their team. Like Kante was the man of the match in the opening game. He's not French. All right. So it's all right, Satanic Hope. I forgive you, but change your ways or I just won't speak anymore. So guys, yeah, check out Decoding with Cody, his video. I will I'll share that on my website. I'll watch it as well tonight because I've got too much going on. But yeah, it's crazy. We know that Bray Wyatt died at age 36 on Vince McMahon's birthday. And that's correct. It was Vincenzo Montella's birthday yesterday, 18-6. He's the head coach of Turkey, yeah, but he played for Italy. There's these connections with Italy and Turkey. There's a reason why Italy beat Turkey in the opening game of Euro 2020. Can somebody give me a woo? Gable was in the Olympics in 2012 when they had the sick beds, and now he was attacked by Wyatt snakes. That's incredible. I was wondering why they were pushing Chad Gable. I know he's like one of the most gifted wrestlers because of his background with Olympic wrestling, but he's basically turned evil, hasn't he? He was a good guy, and then he's kind of like become enraged by the world, it seems. Italy and Turkey hosting Euro 2032. I'm not even sure we'll be here, but that's a great find. I didn't know that. Thank you very much. That's very interesting. So in 8 years, yeah. You see Kramaric scored on his 33rd birthday. Yeah, we had him on the website. Clem10. Coded him. 33rd birthday. 3 times 3 is 9. He wears number 9. Croatia stayed on 9 wins at the Euros. Number 9 made it 1-1. See the 9/11? Spanning 9 months and 11 days after Luka Modric's birthday. Guys, this is so deep. My Euro book should be best-selling. I've been having sleepless nights writing this book. I'm telling you, if this continues the way it's gone with me, honestly, this book should be a bestseller. We know it's not going to be in this fallen world, but please, if you can all support me when I write that book, if you want to show anybody our coded reality, that's the book. So I'm going to make myself sick writing it, but it'll be worth it in the end. So I haven't even finished the Germany code. Where is it? Germany advanced to 100 points at the Euros. They kept Hungary on 10 points. Then 100 plus 10 is 110. The World Trade Center had 110 floors. Adolf Hitler equals 110. Now, 20 months and 27 days after Germany last played Hungary, Germany coach can get his 227th career win. And Hungary, right? Hungary picked up their 314th all-time loss. All right? Now, again, you've got to know that 227, yes, it connects to 49 because 227 is the 49th prime. But 227 connects to 314, which is pi. Why? Because 22 divided by 7 equals 3.14. So literally today, Germany coach got his 227th career win. Hungary picked up their 314th all-time loss. 22 divided by 7 is 3.14. All right? That's pi, guys. That is pi, which is the infinite number because it's all about numbers, which is why number 10 scored with all my 10s. And why I said it was going to be 2-0. I'll get to that later as well. Musiala he's played 4 games at the Euros. He's now got 2 goals. He wears number 42 for his club. World War equals 42. War equals 42. Albert Pike predicted 3 world wars. He died on 4-2. All right. Number 21, Gundogan scores. I said to look out for him in this tournament. The captain, Gundogan, number 21. War equals 21. Gundogan was born with 68 days left in the year. That's why he was the captain for Man City when they won the 68th edition of the European Cup with a 68th minute winning goal, where Pep became the GOAT, perhaps, after winning that treble, and he got his 337th Champions League point at 68th prime. All world wars began on 68 dating emoji pure. Adolf Hitler died a span of exactly 68 months after World War II began. Construction of World Trade Center began in 68, the same year that 911 became the emergency dialing code for the US. Now, I caught this. It was 4-1 when I posted this, and I found it. Somebody asked me, saying, what score is it going to be? I think 3-1. Said, tough, I think 2-0. Why? This is when it was 1-0. After like 50 minutes or something. Germany have now scored 7 goals at this tournament. They've conceded 1. 71's the 20th prime. They just won 2-0. Coronavirus declared a global pandemic, 71st day of 2020, 71 20th prime. And I looked into when Germany beat Brazil 7-1. Okay, which we all know just wasn't right. When Germany went to Brazil in the World Cup, beat them 7-1. All right. And that was all connect. That was on 7-8-14. Okay. And we know that this World Cup, this Euros began on Donald Trump's 78th birthday. But the 7-8-2014, well, when was 2014, guys? Was it 10 years ago? Was it another 10? Well, that game was 9 years, 11 months, and 11 days ago. Germany beat Brazil 7-1 10 years ago. And today, they advanced to 7 goals at the Euros, 1 conceded. All right, after number 10 opened the score and making it 1-0. 71's the 20th prime. They win 2-0. I caught this stuff. I also said on my website, this will not finish 1-0. All right, take over 1.5 goals. Can somebody give me a woo if you read that? I said, from my experience with all these 10s, it won't finish 1-0. It's too good to be true. And I caught it. And then I said it'd be 2-0. It's the in-play stuff, guys. 4-1. What else are you saying? You seeing any 70s last few days? That's just to do with Daniel's 70-year prophecy, brother. And that's why Queen Elizabeth reigned for 70 years. It all goes to that, Cody. It's about Daniel's prophecy, 70 years. Okay? Queen connects to Revelation. Guys, this book is... Come on, man. I can't wait. I can't... The reason why I've not been sharing all my codes in the community page is because I don't want everybody seeing them. All right? Because I'm going to do the book. And I add to it because I can see stuff after the game as well. But thankfully, I'm getting everything right at the moment. What is Gus saying? Okay, yeah, you see Kramaric scored on his 33rd birthday. As soon as they said he was 33, I knew he'd score. Yeah, you can... It helps listening with the commentators. I actually go through just the Sky Sports app. I'm not watching the games. But I'm telling you, this Musiala could easily win the best player of the tournament. Okay? And Hungary, guys, Hungary rarely connect to Germany. And Hungary reminds me of like famine when you're hungry. So it's mind-boggling. I knew I'd do really well in this tournament. I didn't think I'd be doing this well. But again, there's a long way to go. But I feel like I figured out what the whole Euros is about. Trump, Hitler, and war. 9/11, royal family, revelation, everything I excel in. It seems like the whole tournament's revolved around all the things that I've been coding for many years. So we'll see. One game at a time, like they say, one day at a time. But it's pretty undeniable, this stuff, what I'm presenting right now. So there's going to be a game later. Scotland don't win, they're done, pretty much, because of the goal difference. But Switzerland have some numbers, for sure. So crazy stuff. again. I'm just gobsmacked still. So, like I said, guys, subscribe to Decoding with Cody. I've got a lot of stuff to do today. I'm coaching twice. Got to work on this book. Wait, I've just found something. Oh my word. Wait. Croatia's head coach, Dalic, he became their head coach on October the 7th, 2017. What? So he became their coach exactly 6 years before Israel was attacked by Hamas. I need to put that down. That's why he's the coach. He got hired on. Guys, 10 and 7, biggest two numbers in this tournament. Biggest two numbers, no doubt about it. Let me put this. I've just caught that now. Current head coach of Croatia was hired on 10. See, I've got to get this information. It'll all come in hand. Exactly 6 years before Israel attacked Hamas. I'm telling you, Croatia is so connected to war. It's absolutely outrageous. And especially Modric. All right, especially Modric. Always talks about it. It says the Croatian Real Madrid midfielder discusses the murder of his grandfather, living in exile, and his fear as a child. All right. So he grew up in a village which was haunted by war. Somehow he's gone on to become one of the greatest midfielders of all time. Do you know what I mean? He lived in this tiny little hamlet. He lived in a place, guys, called Modrici, and his name's Modric. You don't know what's true anymore. His grandpa was called Luka. Think about Luka Modric, Luka Doncic. Why is it saying this? Luka Senior was 66. His grandson was 6. What a 666. Grandpa Luka tended to the sheep and the goats. Are you kidding me? Guys, I'm just reading an article. It's telling me Grandpa Luka, all right, he fed the sheep and the goats. I've told you about the sheep and the goats in the Bible. That God's going to separate the sheep from the goats. He's telling me that Luka's grandfather would feed the sheep and the goats. I've got the article here. I can't share my screen unless I get that app, whatever it's called, that Cody uses. If I could share my screen, I'd probably have double the amount of subs, to be honest. Maybe I've been a bit lazy with it. So what else is it saying here? It was December 1991, 6 months after the Croatian War of Independence had begun, and Serb-led Yugoslav troops had occupied the isolated inland area on the slopes where the family lived. If Modric's grandfather had not fully realized how dangerous it was, now the family did, and they fled. First to a refugee camp in Makaca, then in April 92 to Zadar on the Dalmatian coast. There, they were put in the Hotel Kolovar, an improvised center for those exiled by the conflict. Modric's father went to war. Told you I do so much research, guys. As Modric recalls it, there was no talk of revenge nor resentment in his father, and he speaks of his own experiences with a certain fondness. Days spent playing football in the hotel car park with friends such as Marko Ostric and Ante Krinak, fellow refugees trying to escape the war, even though there was no real escape from war. So he's a refugee, was Modric, guys. Okay? Grenades going off. He's got an autobiography. He said, he writes this in his autobiography, how my heart breaks every time I think of my grandfather dying, literally on his doorstep. He also recalls how when he was 10, what's his jersey number? His teacher asked the children to write a story about something that had left a mark on them, mark of the beast. His was a story of grenades falling and his grandfather's death. Even though I am still little, I've experienced a lot of fear in my life, he wrote then. The fear of shelling is something I'm slowly putting behind me. The Chetniks killed my grandfather. I loved him so much. Everyone cried. I used to ask if these people who did this and who made us run away from our home can even be called people. Now, what's crazy is, you remember when Denmark won the Euros? Yugoslavia was originally going to be playing in that. Denmark took their spot, but Yugoslavia were kicked out. And it says here, Modric, a basketball fan, I'm sure he connects to Luka Doncic, says he cried when he saw Once Brothers, a documentary on how the war destroyed the relationship between the country's best players, Drazen Petrovic and Vlad Divac. It's a very moving film, and it's like this. It's a shame all these things happen, but we cannot change it. Modric's football idol, which we should not have idols, it's idolatry, which goes against the word of God, was Zvonimir Boban. I remember Boban. And he recalls watching Croatia reach the semi-finals of the nation's first World Cup in 1998. Well, check this out. 666 times 3 is 1,998, which is when France hosted the World Cup and won it, and the year Mbappe was born. 20 years on, he helped to take them even further. The Ballon d'Or followed, voted the world's best in 2018. This is a refugee, guys. And he's still playing now. How old is he? 38? War. Ezekiel 38, the final war. So he said this, that was an award celebrated as a collective achievement, and Modric describes how the pain of defeat in Russia, all right, notice how Croatia lost in Russia, in the World Cup final against France. Yes, it finished 4-2, war equals 42, World War equals 42, all right. That tournament began on Donald Trump's 76th birthday and 72nd birthday in Russia. Is supposedly only he can prevent World War III because of his relationship with Putin. La-di-da-di-da. So you see how it's all coded. This guy connects to war like never before. Our whole reality is coded. If you want, guys, you can buy my book at the end of the Euros for $10, or you can buy Luka Modric, my autobiography, for £19, like $24. Your choice. Do you want to see that we live in a coded reality, or just read some bullshit from Luka Modric about his life, which is probably massively exaggerated? So, yeah. What do you mean Luka connects to war illusion? There you go. Albania subs 19 and 26 came on. I didn't know that. Queen born in 1926. That's great stuff. Brazil looked drugged that night. Yeah, I remember watching the game. I just moved to Mexico. It's 2014. I watched it. And Tony Cruz had the game of his life, didn't he? And what's the guy who played for Chelsea? Oh, come on, Adam. Is it Schürrle? So, yeah, you should not be losing 7-1. They got absolutely shamed all by the numbers. Yeah, Luka Modric, a huge basketball fan, and he's like 5'6". Who's going to win the Euros? I don't know. I just know I've got every game. I haven't got a game wrong yet with my codes. There's too many great codes. I don't know who's winning it. I'm not putting that unnecessary pressure to call who's going to win it and have people judge me if they don't. I'm exposing this tournament day by day by day at an elite level, and I'm going to keep doing it. All right. So who wins it? We'll find out shortly, won't we? 14th of July. 14-7, 147. Prince Philip died 4-9, Elizabeth 9-8, 49 plus 98, 147. Interesting. Big 147s with Hitler, which Chuck found. Schürrle looked like he was on meth. Yep. There we go. Satanic Hopes changed his name to Faith Destination. That's much better. Now I'll keep an eye on your comments. Praise Jesus. Or leave insights about the code. Okay, either glorify Jesus in the chat, or you can ask reasonable questions to me, or add stuff to the code, the presentation that I'm sharing. Jimmy Greaves died 147 weeks to the final. See, that's absolutely remarkable because Jimmy Greaves connects to Harry Kane, who's the captain of England, and he plays in Germany because Harry Kane overtook Jimmy Greaves to become the all-time leading goal scorer for Tottenham. So, yeah, that 147. And Chuck found a 147 with Hitler, his time as the Chancellor of Germany. England, Germany is the most blatant. I'll take that all day long. It's the most blatant, but there's some great codes for other nations. If it is that, it'd be brilliant. So I'm going. Thank you all for watching. Can you all hit the like? There's not many people that watch this. I'm sure they're probably watching Switzerland. I don't know if they've started. Switzerland, Scotland, but yeah, God bless you all. And it's brilliant that Satanic Hope changed his name. Even just looking at Faith Destination, it doesn't send anger down my spine seeing that Satanic Hope, that name. So there we go. That's a great start. God bless you. And we'll see if it lasts. We'll see if it lasts. So yeah, guys, ping the like button on your way out. I am going to continue reading this. Jeremiah, I'm just on the part where it says Jeremiah saved from death, because they wanted to kill him because of the prophecies that he was making, which were basically just warnings. But they said he was prophesied against the city, but he was warning them. But he was protected by God. Jeremiah, one of the prophets of the Bible. But the Lord sent him to prophesy. So he did. He told them to amend their ways and obey the voice of the Lord. And they were saying, kill him, kill him. How dare he prophesy against our nation? Because you know what, ladies and gentlemen? People worship the nation more than they worship God. Can I get an amen? Look at the Euros. They worship their nation more than they worship God. And literally, they wanted to kill Jeremiah because he was literally telling the nation, like, basically, repent, change your ways, or you're going to be punished. Kill him, kill him. So myself, Decoding with Cody, when you speak this level of truth, this level of knowledge, people want to shut you down. Cancel him. We got protection from God, eh? Protection from God. Amen. Riddler, God bless you, mate. Take care. Decoding with Cody, much love. Time to go. Woo! YouTube just want to hide me. I don't think they want to get rid of me. They want to hide me because they need to. The algorithm needs to have an idea of many different minds. They need to know what's going out there. All right, Satan needs the algorithm. So I don't think he gets rid of me. He just shadow bans me. I should have hundreds of thousands of subs for what I've done. Hundreds of thousands. But I never will, and I don't care. All right? I don't care anymore. Take care. Much love. God wins. Woo! Baby!